Hi guys, my name is Pawan Kumar. Today I am going to give a small career counseling. You can say that. Actually, I am not a expert in counseling stuff, and this video is especially for those who are completed. I think those who completed the B.tech and looking for job and for further studies and don't know what to do after B.tech, and in which field we should go and extra stuff. Actually, I am making this video because I faced a lot of things and I want to help others also. So actually, there are many things which we don't know, and I learned many things before I graduate. So what is going on outside the world? We already completed the school stuff and college, almost ending of the college stuff. We always protected by someone like parents, but at the end we have to face the real world where we have to go and earn money, and we have to be an expert in something so that we can get a recognition from a particular field. So what is this all stuff? Actually I am not a topper of the batch. I am just an average student, and if for the top and good student, brilliant students, they can get easily, I can say that they can get easily any job and with a good salary. But for an average student like me and others, it's quite difficult without reference and backdoor. There are different ways to get the job also, by giving the reference stuff and reference and backdoor. But there is a big problem here. When you get a reference and you get a job, then you are not comfortable with that job. So because it's not your hard work, it's someone just referred you so that you can work for him. And backdoor, if you are a rich man, I don't think you will do any job, but still there are many people who want to do backdoor just on the name of job he is doing, wasting the time. So they just want to do a small job even though they are not ambitious about that. So I've seen many people who are these two categories, and there are other category where the person don't have a reference nor they have a job to spend for the backdoor. They don't have any money, that much money, because the cost of the backdoor is quite big. It may be varies from companies to companies, maybe a 2 lakh, 1 lakh. I don't know everything about that much. So for those who don't know what to do after B.tech and don't know what kind of field should I choose, because you have to do the job, and when you get the job you have to work for 8 hours, and it's not a joke. We can't take a leave as per our requirement, and there are a lot of pressure from the higher authorities, and there are many things you have to face it. So how to select a particular field so that you can get into the particular field and you can enjoy the work you are doing. So I am a ECS student, B.tech, so actually we can switch from IT department, or we can go to the electrical or any communication field, and we can do a further studies also. But I am not interested in the further studies that much. So I want to see the real world, and I want to learn things by practically. So I completed my B.tech and now I am working. And actually before I graduate, I really depressed, and watching the competition outside. There are for 2 to 3 job openings, there are thousands of people who are waiting. So, and even if you pass that particular thing and you get the job, but you are not satisfied with that job, then it's a completed toss. So there are, I don't know about the maximum other I mean the IT department I'm mostly interested, so that's why I'm more focusing on IT department. So actually I faced many interviews and mostly BPOs. So actually to get into the job, the easiest way to enter into the job is BPO, because they will not ask any technical and tough questions. They just ask you, they just test your communication skills. So it's communication skills are common for any interview, but mostly BPO is mostly main aim on the BPO sector is communication. If you are have a good communication skills and you are love to, if you like to chat and if you like to talk and you are good with your communication skills, then go ahead with BPO. And many people say that BPO is not good for our career, but there are few things which means there are many things we have to know, because BPO is maybe you can't have, you have to handle a customers. Some are very angry customers and some are good customers and bad customers. There are two types of customers, and if you are lucky, then you can handle a bad customer also, which can give you a very good nightmare. So that kind of customer you have to handle, because they will call you only because because most of the time they want the product, or they are complaining for the product, or if they already complained it and your company unable to solve that particular thing, then the customer will you have to handle that type of customers. So you can use any type of languages and they will show all the stress on you. So if you are ready to handle that type of pressure, then BPO is good job. If you handle that type of pressure for at least 2 years, then you can go to the team leader position. Then you don't need to attend all the calls, you have to just monitor your juniors, and just you have to monitor it. And if the any issue is big, then you have to enter and you have to listen about the client's problem. That's it about the BPO. And then I have attended some IT interviews. There are two types mainly. One is developing and another one is testing. So many people learn so many languages, and it's quite good, but it's better to learn any one language and focus on that and be master in that, because at the end you have to introduce yourself with the computer by using some language. If you are if you are using Java, then that program will convert it and automatically the machine can understand by using some compiler. And if you are, I can add 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 with C, C++, Java, Ruby, any language, but you have to be master in any one language. So it's better to concentrate on one language and try to learn in depth, so that you will be the master in that. So then only you can crack the interview and you can clear the interview and you can get the good job. And better to learn as many as try to solve as many as programs. And so there are few question papers and sample papers for technical round, so please work on that and you will get a good job in developing. I want to discuss more about that. And developing means you have to there are many questions that developing, and there are many rumors also, but the actual thing is what's going on in the real world is in if you are a developer, then what is the role you will do and what type of situations you have to work on it and face it, problems, positive things, negative things, everything I will discuss now. So developing, if you enter as a developer, so you have to learn a particular programming language, and you have to love that language, because you have to work with that language, and you have to create something new. And the client means a customer. You can say a customer want something XYZ, and you don't know exactly what he want, but still you have to show some demo so that he can understand what is. He can say the requirement, but he don't know how you can how to get that particular requirement. So you have to think and plan everything. So there are a lot of pressure from client, and there are a lot of pressure from testing team also. So actually what's going on is, when you create actually the particular project is divided into sub modules, and that sub module will assign to, and again that module is divided into again sub modules. Means a tree type means A is divided into two parts, like A1 and A2, and A1 is divided into A1.1 and A1.2, and so on and so forth. So you will get assigned one module, and that module should develop in particular time. They just want you to they will ask like how much time it take to develop that thing. Sorry. So how much time it take to develop that thing. So you have to estimate and tell them that, boss, this much time is required to develop this much thing. So many people, smart people, think that the work is for 1 hour, and you can say, boss, I need at least 4 to 5 hours. So but this will not happen, because the other person know how much time it take to get the particular module, because he is more experienced than you. So you can not bluff there. So the pressure is from higher level, obviously, is there. And actually what happen is, the main manager will already take extra time from the clients. Means if the complete project take 300 hours, then he asks client to at least 400 hours. So it's because if you exactly means if you get same thing, like if a client say, I need this project, and you say exactly 300 hours, then if you are unable to complete a particular thing, then the client will just shout on you. So that's why the manager and the higher authority will take extra time. So it's quite obvious. And so simultaneously that pressure will decrease a little bit. But if the client have some consultant and who know about this particular thing, and how much time it take to develop this thing, then he can try to reduce the time, because for every hour the client have to pay you. So it's a small business secret, and I don't think it's a secret. So okay, fine. And this is a pressure, and this is a life you have to live with. And if the the deadline is getting nearer, and you have to work more hard, because there is another department called testing. After developing a module, you have to send the particular development project to the testing team. So here the testing will done, so that a testing is nothing but a particular, if you can suppose you made a phone, and you have to give the particular phone to a testing team, so that he can test complete phone, like charging, how they're getting a signal, Wi-Fi signals, everything you have to test. So that testing team act like a end user, and they're like a demo client. So they will test everything with positive and negative test. Positive means a normal normal people, how they use the particular thing, and another thing by giving a negative testing means just by entering a wrong password and doing some stupid things. So it will support that type of thing also. So that testing is quite testing is quite necessary for every company, but most of the small companies will do testing and development simultaneously. There is no separate team for testing, but I think there should be a testing team, but I think they don't have a budget or something. They have their own problems. I don't know about that. So okay, fine. Though after completing the testing, so there is a career in testing also. So you cannot say that testing is a small means nothing. Maybe in future the testing will not be there, but you have to see, without testing you cannot say that it's the project is complete, because if you find and something mistakes, you can say bug, that bug will report and send to the development team and say, boss, see, here is a bug, here there is a problem. So developer will solve that particular thing and send it to you again, and you have to test again from the beginning. So because when you combine something, there are different types of modules. I already mentioned that particular modules, when combined, there will be a bug. There is a bug will occur, the chances will be there. So a good tester will always test complete project from the beginning. So there are many tools, there are many softwares, there are many things to handle the particular thing. So this is a different story again. Then I am a tester, so I know about more about the testing stuff. And so I never imagined that I will work in the testing field. Actually I want to be a developer, but I am not that much good in programming stuff. So still I want to join as a developer, but I think I'm quite lazy, and testing field is quite good for me because I don't have that much pressure, because the developer field has a lot of pressure and you have to stick to the point and you have to solve that. If you give some problem, that a big problem for him, because if suppose you have one module and you give me the particular project, and the same module will get an error, and he have to solve that particular thing. I don't know how much time it take to solve that particular thing, but a developer should have to solve that particular thing, because if the client find that type of bug, then he will definitely shout on you. So you can say that tester will make developer perfect. I think so, and many people not agree, but I think it's a quite good statement for me. Many developers always just blaming on testing team, that they always come with a problem. So, boss, this is my work, so obviously I will do this. So anyways, so it's a career thing, and what is okay developing, you have to master in some XYZ language. You choose one language and master in it. And testing is the one thing where you can learn and implement in real world. So testing is for those guys who like to don't know about, means there are many people who don't like programming stuff, so they don't think that much. I'm not interested in that much, but I want to work in the IT sector, and I want to get the same salary as a developer, and there are many things. So testing is a field where you can work. Actually in testing there are two things. One is manual testing and automation. Automation testing and manual testing. Actually in manual testing, what's going on is, you will get a one, means there are other tools also, but most of the company refer Excel sheet to maintain manual testing. Actually what is this manual testing means? You have to test a particular thing by using manually without using any software. Actually I will discuss everything in detail for manual testing field. So I will more concentrate on testing because I am a tester, so obviously. So manual testing is something, suppose we are I can discuss about the career first, then we can go further for manual and automation slowly. So okay, then your job is to you will get some document to verify. It's a golden rule. You will get one document where you can get the outputs, expected outputs, and you have to check, verify that the document which you have is matching with the output or not. That's it. That is the job. The requirements are matching, satisfying or not. That's it. You have to check that one. And in automation is what is in automation you can there are many tools to automate. Means what's going on is you can do a lot of things, because suppose a scenario like if you have 100 users and you have to check all the users users that they can log in or not, and that type of scenario you have to do manually, means it takes a lot of time. So it's better to go with the programming. It's not that much big lines, means 1000-2000 line program. It's a small logic is there, and you have to just implement so that you can reduce the time of testing. So time is very important here, even for the tester also, because they can they also they also allotted some time to test a particular thing. So but you don't have that much error, because we can't say that this project is 100% bug free and it's perfectly, there will no bug and everything, because even though we are using automations and manual testers, we can resolve almost 99% of the bug, but we will test it until the time until we try to give the best thing, and until we have, suppose we are allotted 4 hours, then we will do 4 hours of testing. If you find the bug, we will give to the developer and tell, hey boss, see there is a bug, so please resolve it as soon as possible, and the developer will do that stuff. Okay, so that kind of thing we will see in the testing life. So testing is quite good and enjoyment as compared to developing. You have to be more creative. In short, I will fix this thing. In short, is developing means you have to be creative, first point. Second point is you have to handle a lot of pressure, you have to maintain a lot of documents, you have to give a main thing is you have to maintain each and everything in a particular document, so that in suppose company always want documentations, so in case if you left the company, so other person can continue from that place, so they can refer. Okay, and testing is quite enjoyable and must good feel, and in this we have to just verify if the sometimes people say that it's a boring stuff. We have to check it again and again, same thing. Suppose suppose you like a game, and that game you have to test it, but you can't play complete game, a particular from 1 to 3 minute game he will provide you, and they will say just play it again and again. It's quite boring stuff, am I right? So it makes sense also, but we have to do something. So we have to find the bug, we have to see carefully, and we have to think differently, so how a user can hack this particular thing. And maybe it's mostly there are applications we can hack, so we have to do so many things in testing also. Like suppose if you take a website, so we have to do a load testing, like means how much load it can handle, and how much pressure it can handle, and on the working times how it's working or not, and so on and so forth. There are many things you have to test it. So it's a big field, and don't think about that this is testing is quite boring, and anyone can do that, but it's quite enjoyable field, and you can do it, and it's quite easy also. And if you don't like coding stuff, you can stick to the manual testing, where you can learn a complete domain knowledge is there. Different types of domains like banking and healthcare and many other things are there. So hope this video is helpful for those who want to enter into the world of IT and try to I think it's quite clear. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? No, I guess. If you have any questions, please comment it, and please subscribe. This is my first video, and from next tutorial I am more concentrating and starting my testing tutorials, so that my upcoming testing friends will enjoy and learn everything, and they can enjoy and they can know what they are going to do in the testing field. So have a nice day, and please subscribe once again. Thank you and have a nice day.